Good morning, Asean. Freshen up your world, your thought, your idea with us every Monday to Friday from 7:30 to 8 a.m. I'm Nirasha Malisak.
And Amina Jumbusa. It is Friday, the 2nd of August.
Yes, that's right. And Kunvina, yesterday is another happy day for many Thai people as the King and the Queen have left the hospital and they were heading at their coastal palace in Hua Hin. At around 4 p.m. local time, the Thai king, who stayed there at the hospital for almost 4 years, left the hospital, Bangkok Sirirat Hospital, where he was admitted in September 2009 for his residence in the seaside town of Hua Hin, which is about 2 hours drive south of Bangkok. The 85-year-old king was accompanied by 80-year-old Queen Sirikit, who has also been in hospital for the past year. He was wearing a salmon pink jacket while the Queen was in her blue dress, both with acknowledgement to supporters lining the route, many of whom were respectfully on their knees and clad in the royal colors of yellow and pink. As thousands of flag-waving veil wishers cheered him on his way to his coastal palace, according to Bangkok Traffic Police, there were between 20,000 and 30,000 people out to show their devotion to the Thai monarch.
And in the first press conference since the oil spill on Saturday, PTT Group of companies officially apologized and promised to complete the cleanup within 2 weeks in light of growing public concern against the national oil and gas empire. Pailin Chuchot-Thawan, the chief executive of PTT Group, yesterday expressed his deep regrets for the crude oil leak caused by a subsidiary, PTT Global Chemical, and promised the group would take full responsibility for the damage won. I am truly sorry and apologize for the PTTGC's crude oil leak. I affirm here that the situation will be tackled in a serious manner, he said at the press conference. The leak took place on July the 27th, creating an oil slick that washed ashore in the bay of SAMET, a major tourist destination in Rayong province. The disaster, though not the most severe in Thailand in terms of volume, has hit a number of business operators on the island and is believed to have already damaged the island's revenue. As business operators on the island yesterday urged negotiations with PTT for compensation, the group expressed full commitment to such payments as well as the cleanup and the rehabilitation process until the affected area returns to its normal condition. Pailin pleaded the public for understanding, saying that the oil spill was purely accidental and would be a lesson for the group in stepping up safety measures. He also expressed gratitude to all parties that have supported the cleanup process. PTT Group said that as a member of the Dow Jones Sustainability Index 2012-2013, it was committed to sustainable development with concerns in economic, social, and environmental aspects under best practices. In the past 5 days, at least 50 tons of dispersant have been used, but Pailin insisted that this would have no lasting impact on the environment. Meanwhile, he acknowledged that it remained difficult to estimate damage from this incident.
And now let's update on the political situation in Thailand, as one anti-government group yesterday decided that it would go ahead with a street rally next week against an amnesty bill despite imposition of the Internal Security Act. Leaders of the People's Army to overturn the Thaksin regime, previously known as Pitaksayam, say that there had been no changes in its plans for a mass demonstration. Another anti-government group, or Thammathipatai, left its protest site at Sanam Luang, also covered by the emergency powers after camping out there for months. As of Wednesday, a mini-cabinet meeting of a third of all members imposed the ISA in 3 Bangkok districts, which are Dusit, Phranakhon, and Pom Prap Satru Phai from yesterday to August 10. The House of Representatives is poised to take up the amnesty bill proposed by a group of MPs from the ruling Pheu Thai party next Wednesday. Critics say that it is aimed at helping to whitewash the lawbreakers from the political confrontations of 2010, as well as fugitive former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra. Admiral Chai Suwarnapap, a leader of the People's Army, said that the rally for Sunday was still on schedule, even though some leaders had said that the plan might be reviewed. AVM Wachara Ritakani, another leader, said that the group would disclose the rally venue tomorrow. The group would petition the National Human Rights Commission and the Ombudsman to knock down the government's premature invocations of the ISA. Meanwhile, Thaigon Ponsuwan, another leader, said that the group was not afraid of the ISA. This is because the group will gather under the democratic framework, but this government's true color are showing. He added that it was a dictatorship posing as democracy. According to the Police Major General Adun Narongdet, the spokesman for the Metropolitan Police, said that no more than 20 people protesting are estimated to rise up against the bill this week, but then numbers will increase on Sunday. And Pheu Thai MP Warachai Hema, a key sponsor of the bill, also said that the government should dissolve the House and call a snap election if the debate is marred by the political unrest.
Malaysia's Prime Minister Najib Razak has moved to address market concerns over Fitch Ratings' downgrade of the country's outlook. Najib, who is also the finance minister, said the government will announce measures to strengthen the fiscal position and bolster growth in the 2014 budget to be unveiled in October. The board meeting with the central bank came as international ratings agency Fitch Ratings downgraded the outlook for Malaysia from stable to negative. Although the official debt level is below the government ceiling of 55%, the figure goes up to over 68% if government-guaranteed debt is included. Prime Minister Najib and Central Bank Governor Zeti Akhtar Aziz were quick to address market concerns toward sell-offs in ringgit and bonds. Najib said it signals their concern, and it is a concern we share, as the government is committed to strengthen our macro and fiscal position. We have put together a fiscal committee. All the details will be addressed shortly in the forthcoming budget. Aziz, governor of Bank Negara Malaysia, said Malaysia still has time to do it. It is now urgent, of course, because the global environment has been more challenging. We have the next special report.
That's right. The next on special report is about the generations, conflict in generation as time change.
Yes.
Generation always change too. Let's have a look.
Through the early days until late nights, a group of young volunteers across South Korea and nearby countries gather in Seoul during a week of one of the biggest events called on by civil society organizations to contribute in promoting harmony in East Asia. Apart from the discussions to work out the best practices to achieving peace, the group of some 60 volunteers in the 5th International NGO Conference on History and Peace are ones which should not be overlooked. Broken into teams of different responsibilities, the multimedia, organizers, coordinators, and registration teams are only to name a few. International delegates would be most familiar with the translator team, where these university students are fluent in English, Chinese, and French. Their mandate is to assist VIP guests to attend their program according to schedule and accompany foreign delegates. Among them is Byung-jun Lee, who heads a protocol team of 20 members. Although he felt his duty was a bit challenging to look after a team of 20 people and make sure they deliver their duties, the end result was what everyone's efforts were worth for.
My job was head of protocol team, so also my job is taking care of my team, what they should do, what they are going to do. I have to tell them. First time it was very hard for me to take care of all of my teams because it's 20 people. But day after day, I think I did a pretty good job. So it is a good experience for me to taking care of someone.
As we talk reconciliation, it remains to be seen that what was built up among the volunteers themselves and friends from neighboring countries like Japan are the build-up of international relations of a new generations, the beacon of hope that is free from historical prejudice. To most of the youngsters, the chance to getting to meet scholars and friends from countries within the region is considered an invaluable life experience.
I could meet so many famous professors personally and officially, and I thought that was a great opportunity for me. We didn't really talk about political things in this event. We just talk about relationship between all the other countries. So I kind of want to go to see what events are going on in each countries, and kind of know about specific details. So yeah.
As for me, I did a volunteer job to manage to take care of my VIP. Actually, I was so thankful that he was so nice and gentle to me, and so I was really surprised that it was so hard to get close to him at the first time, because it was my first time to be in charge of this volunteer. But he was so nice, and I was so relieved. And
you mean your VIP?
Yeah, my VIP. Yeah. So I think it was a great time.
Currently, I'm a university student at Yonsei University, and I'm studying political science and international relations. And I just finished first semester, and as a student of IR student, I was interested in the conference they're having, so I was looking forward to learn something from the conferences they had. It's actually more than what I expected, because I didn't know I would get this chance to assist a professor individually and get to speak with him. And since he is an IR professor, I actually learned more about this major in class.
I think it's more important than the one line on the paper, because the experience, life experience. And I thought the life is kind of saving something in the bank. I don't get the big money right now, but if I save some experiences, even though it's a very tiny one, I will get something from that in the future.
Though this could only depict a small example of the civil society's role in resolving the never-ending debates on history, it is a reminder that energy from the young ones will reflect the world's future they desire. They say only a freely constituted civil society is essential for any nation to acquire successful democratic governance, where solutions to bridging trust and relationship could be more efficient than any form of peace dialogue on conflict resolution. But that is only if the governments of the Asian continent would realize this vital fact. Although politicians have set the necessary frameworks, it would be to no avail without the people's commitment to actively engage in reconciliation. Sin reports from Seoul, South Korea.
After the break, an investment said that the Philippines could grow beyond 8% in 2015. The Philippines could grow beyond 8% in 2015 and sustain that into the next administration, given the current policies and strong fundamentals driving investor confidence now, according to an investment bank. There's no reason why the Philippines could not start growing faster than China. Marios Maratestes, global head of macro research at the Standard Chartered Bank, said in a briefing on Thursday. The country is moving into the right direction. There's no reason why the Philippines would not grow by 8% plus by 2015. The statement compares with Standard Chartered's official forecast of 7% growth in 2015. For this year and the next, the economy is expected to expand 6.9 and 6.3% respectively. The Aquino administration has set the following medium-term growth targets: 6 to 7% this year, 6.5 to 7.5% next year, 7 to 8% by 2015, and 7.5 to 8.5% by 2016.
And before we're going to say goodbye today, we're going to leave you with Urbanista. And for today, it's about the concert of 4 Elements which has been organized to commemorate the 50 years of the treaty between France and Germany. And that's all the time we have for today. See you again, same time, same place, same channel.
And we now proceed.
And I am Nirasha Malisaklami. Have a great weekend. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ
Sawasdee krab, and welcome to Urbanista that will keep you updated with what's happening around Bangkok and the metropolises within ASEAN region, from social lives to cultural corners. And today's program, let's relax together with the wonderful classical Baroque music in the 4 Elements concert, which is the collaboration between France and Germany, as this year marks the 50th anniversary of the Treaty of Elysee and the Franco-German friendship on July the 17th.
We have some many very famous and very well-known airs of Bach, very famous, very slow, and we have some dance from Lully, the march for the Turkish ceremony, which is very well-known. Of course, if I say the name, no one will know that, but if they hear the music, they will say, "Oh, this music I know this music." And that is very important, actually, in a concert. When a musician performs, it's very important that you show, of course, you show music that you like, but also you must show some music.
The concert was organized to commemorate 50 years since a landmark treaty sealed between France and Germany post-war reconciliation, with a day of symbolism and celebration. This date also formalized the cooperation that has since been a building block of European unity.
We propose a Baroque performance which is quite exceptional and unusual in Bangkok and in Thailand. This kind of music, which is the history music between 1600 and 1750, the period of Baroque, it's not very usual performed in Thailand. So this concert is a Baroque music concert with the Thailand Inter-University Choir and Orchestra, and we perform, in fact, 4 main composers. We have chosen 4 main composers of Baroque, 2 French and 2 German.
These 4 composers from Germany and France are referred as to the 4 elements because each one represents the element that was expressed out into the music.
The Germans are Bach and Telemann, and the French are Lully and Rameau. This is the main composer. Inside this composer, we have chosen different music, very well-known music by the audience, and this music is linked, as well, the composer, to one of the elements of the 4 elements. For example, Telemann, we will perform the Wasser music, which is a music which describes the water. For Rameau, we will link Rameau with the fire, because in his ballet named Les Indes Galantes, there is a lot of fire music which describe the sun, exactly the sun and Bach, it will be more linked with air, with some composition for flute and orchestra. The flute is air. And then the last one is Lully. In fact, Lully used to compose a lot of ballet and a lot of dance, which is actually on the floor, so it will represent the earth.
The music played in the concert was Baroque music, which in Thailand remained in very low profile among Thai people.
First of all, Baroque music, it is interesting to do it and to develop, because it is the origin of our music, which is also your music, which is the tonal music. Every pop singer that sing in Bangkok, they sing in a tonal music. And where is the origin of this music? It is this Baroque style who appeared after the Renaissance in the beginning of the 17th century. Myself, it is a big organization in this case because we need a full orchestra, a Baroque orchestra. Alors, it is difficult in Thailand to find a musician who play with period instrument because there is no actually right now the period instrument, which is the instrument of that time. So we use mainly professional musicians who adapt their skills to the Baroque style. Then we organize also a choir, which is about 26 singers. The orchestra is about 30 musicians, and the choir will be about 26 singers, 4 voices, plus 2 soloists, 1 French and 1 Thai. The soloists are soprano and baritone. So in total, we have a group of 16 musicians and singers.
And that's it for today's edition of Urbanista. You can follow me again every Friday. For today, thanks for joining me. I am Sathapat Pathong, and we'll see you next week.